Greetings and welcome to my past broadcast. Today we'll be discussing three topics. One of those topics being League of Legends, right there as you can see. Right now I am currently bronze 5. That is the placement I had been put in. Last season was bronze 2. Keep in mind I was only playing a good 3 months, and in those 3 months was, a couple days here and there. But during the end of last year is when I started actually playing League a lot more. But we're going to be discussing League of Legends first and foremost. As I just discussed, I will be in Bronze 5, moving up from Bronze 5. So this is 11-18. And I do believe this is the flex. They got the new beta open for how it looks and operates and stuff. It's running pretty good. I definitely have to commend Riot for their continuous upgrade in their wonderful line of product that they're pushing there. Now in League of Legends here, people you got to watch out for. You're going to be watching out for Olaf, and this is for Twisted Tree Line, 3v3 ranked. Olaf, I handled Olaf pretty well, but because I was Katarina, but from what I've heard, Olaf is a big one. From who I've played is who we're about to get into. I have played Lux, and she is still the Q through R master. Just face roll. She can definitely end you in a blink of an eye. So gotta watch out for Lux, because she can completely control the entirety of the lane. She has complete control of it. With all of her spells, damages in the lane that she works with. So keep an eye out for Lux for one. Master Yi's another one. I had played against a Master Yi with Garen. And Yi was in the jungle, and I was doing very well as Garen. I had like a 3-game streak, and then got on Thornmail. I got a little cocky with it, and pretty much ran up to him, and his E shredded through me, completely shredded through me, and he didn't even blink an eye at that point. So watch out for the Master Yi and his ability to completely chop through your armor regardless if you have Thornmail or not. So Master Yi is a big no-no versus any tanks and stuff. So and then you got Cho'Gath. I had played against Cho'Gath as a Garen as well. And the Cho'Gath just completely dominated. No, I played against him as a Teemo. I was Teemo, and keep in mind this is still Twisted Tree Line here. But I had went against him as a Teemo and didn't do very well. Didn't do very well at all. Cho'Gath got super fed. He gets very big, and he has pretty much absolute control over slowing you. So he's just definitely somebody to watch out for, and make sure you got your contingencies versus him. Vayne is another one. I went against Vayne, bottom lane with a Quinn, and I wasn't doing very poorly, but Vayne's ability to go invisible a couple times within a couple seconds, is definitely one-upped Quinn in that match. And those are all the ones I've lost so far. Other than that, those characters, to be frank, they're very good characters. I do hope to play Olaf soon. I'll probably jungle at that point, but I have been Garen topping in Twisted Tree Line more than anything, and he does very well. He is very tanky, very push easy, very poke happy. When he wants to be, he can definitely poke, and then you suffer the consequences for invoking his poke. So he is a very decent player to play on top. And as for League of Legends, currently trying to get a little bit more viewers to, view it and stuff, to see what they think about it. Get some people in for like song requests. What character to play next, good stuff like that. So we're definitely trying to see how that rolls out. Number 2, we're going to jump straight over to Dark Souls 3. Now, in this game that I've been playing, it's definitely your... Don't play if you get super angry at stuff, and if you have a tendency to break things when you get that angry. It's definitely not for the people that get that angry, because I've gone through a couple controllers and stuff with it, but I got past it, but it cost me a lot of money to get past it, you know, so. But in Dark Souls 3, currently I am +3. I'm on my 3rd playthrough of it, and then the DLC just came out, so I ran to the very end of Dark Souls 3 DLC, and I'm going to be taking on the boss, which has 3 forms in this one. So, and the only forms we've ever heard of in the Dark Souls community is dual form, 2 bosses in one fight, or a second phase of a boss fight after you've beaten the first one, and then it just continues into the next boss fight immediately with the same amount of Estus flasks you use for health, with the same everything. So it's very difficult to go 3 rounds, you know, in one, so that without help. Yes, and I've soloed the entirety of the Dark Souls, everything by my entirety, by myself. There was a few bosses here and there where I used help, but in reality I didn't need it. It's just cool for them to get their souls and stuff, and, you know, I guess an easier win for the boss. But a lot of the bosses that I wanted help for, I never got. It's just how it worked out. When you play the game, there's side quests you can do to get like NPCs to help you as well, and I never went through the NPCs, never got the help, just went straight through it, man. And it was an absolute breathtaking experience, literally, because you are just constantly grinding it, man, constantly at it. So that's where we're at in Dark Souls. Now, as per the Dark Souls 3, a lot of my friends are playing Dark Souls 2 now, and finally, you know, getting that out of the way for themselves. I went over to their places and, you know, kind of grinded their character for them to like no biggie level 180, you know, like no biggie, you know. Well, 175, I'd say. Grinded one of my friends' character to 175 in like 2 days, not even, like 4 hours per each day, so 8 hours total, grinded it to 180. So that's in 1 day. So yeah, like if I were to sit at it for the 8 hours total, it'd be 8 hours of 1 day. So that's where that came in. But now we're going to switch over to Neverwinter. Now, a lot of people haven't actually heard about Dungeons & Dragons Neverwinter, which is available for the Xbox One, free download, and as well as the PC as a free download. Dungeons & Dragons Neverwinter, my parents actually play. Like, if you can believe that, like, my mom runs a very high-end guild. It is so super nerdy, but hey, you know, dude, it's awesome. I actually was playing on the Xbox One, and I have a lot of stuff on it. I have the Metallic Dragonborn race, which is super rare, but I got it out of a lockbox once, and I got it, you know, so... But everybody's like, are you serious? Like, you switch to the PC and you have the Metallic Dragonborn race? Like, you don't even understand. And I'm like, no, I do understand. I understand completely. The problem is like, I don't like playing Neverwinter with a controller. I just don't. Like, the mechanics to me doesn't feel... I come from, like, the generation of World of Warcraft and Diablo and stuff like that, so... These Neverwinter Gold Edition for the PC, like, if you remember that, like, I played that on the PC. And to switch it to the Xbox One was great for, like, the new additions to the Dungeons & Dragons franchise and all that. Well, per Neverwinter franchise, I guess you could say. Neverwinter community. As one of my friends had discussed, you know, he was expecting it to be like the Neverwinter Gold and Platinum Edition that was on the PC all those years ago, and it was nothing like it. And he still enjoys it just for what it is, Neverwinter, and sees that it's going to be a continuous game like World of Warcraft and your incredible MMOs that are out and stuff. But as per Neverwinter states, you know, it's a very good game. It truly is. And currently on the PC, I am grinding my PvP, trying to get that in as quickly as I possibly can because it's part of your campaigns and to get boons and stuff off of. So my history with Neverwinter, I understand how the boons work. And at level 45, I'd rather grind the PvP, as you will see and when I stream it. I'd much rather grind the PvP other than anything else. First and foremost, not even the quest storyline. Like, I'm only doing that to buy time, you know, to continue time, my grind and stuff for the PvP, because once you've hit level 70, and you have to go into like PvP with other level 70s that are gear scored at like 4K plus, you're going to be sitting there like, why am I playing PvP? Like, you can't do anything, dude. Like, you know, like you just jump in with level 70 PvPs who's been doing it since level 1. It just doesn't work that way, you know. These dudes have put in time and have the items and have all of the stuff that you would need for it, and that's why I'd rather get all the boons necessary to be able to that much quickly, or be able to continue the PvP as per it goes, rather than just jump onto a level 70, quick finish the, you know, quest lines and stuff, when you can do that if you're level 70 anyways, you know, and you'll just be blowing through it super easy. I mean, you can't turn around and blow through PvP that easy for that reason, if that makes sense. So, and that's why I do that. So, but alas, these 4 games here, this is what I've been discussing: League of Legends, Dark Souls 3, and Neverwinter. These are the 3 games I am currently streaming live, so you can catch the progress in them and see exactly what goes down in each one. League of Legends is very team oriented, you know, and this is why I split the games, because there's 3 completely different games, 3 completely different styles. League of Legends is your, you know, constant teamwork. It's just a consistent stream of the teamwork, and you gotta be on the ball with looking everywhere, having map awareness, you know, and understanding where your people are, and they're not next to you, you know, they're up there. You gotta figure out a path and, you know, map out a good play in order to win and actually execute that plan, kind of like your football. You know, that's kind of what League of Legends is. It's kind of like football, and it is very enjoyable. And then Neverwinter is your obvious MMO, your wide world, you know, run to this end of the map, to that end of the map, you know, and it's broken up into, you know, sections, like different maps, like Ebon Downs and Pirates Hold and stuff like that, which are big maps, but they are pirates, you know, Pirates Hold, and then you do the quest line for that, and then so it's very MMO oriented. And then of course your Dark Souls 3 solo. Well, Neverwinter is solo, but it has the tendency to be a lot more team oriented when you're not questing. Dark Souls 3 is very solo to me. Very solo. If somebody wants to come in and stream with me and you know, play this game with me, I'm totally down to do that. But if anything else, that's all I'm doing is continuing and finishing up the DLC of it so that I can get onto Bloodborne, because I definitely want Bloodborne very bad. I saw that, and I was completely taken away by the gothicness of it. You know, the beautiful, man. Like, I was taken away. Like, people were talking about it, and I was like, I haven't played it. And then I saw a video of it, and I was like, are you serious? Like, how have I not, like, cared enough somehow to, like, you know, see this game for what it really is? So I was very humbled by it, and I absolutely will enjoy playing that game. And I will tell you what, as per Dark Souls 3, You can summon people to your world so that they can help you get through things, and that's what we're talking about right now. But as for the Dark Souls multiplayer, I think they are doing an outstanding job with it. They need to keep it how it is. I wish that they would take off the level cap system it seems like they got going on, or something. Like, I haven't talked directly to them and asked them what the problem is, but from my assumption, I don't want to make like bad assumptions, so take it with a grain of salt what I'm about to say. But what it seems like is, like, I cannot connect to other people whatsoever, and I have an Ethernet cable plugged into my Xbox One, and I've used Wi-Fi, you know? It just doesn't seem to help. But when I have a friend, you know, that is connected on my Xbox Live and my friends list and stuff, and invite him to the party, and then all of a sudden I can see a summon sign. But it wouldn't work for some other people. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So it's either that, but they're not getting enough new players for, you know, people to interact with, or people already found their parties, you know. I mean, at that point, that's all I can assume, or the ping just sucks, you know. It just sucks. Like they haven't implemented multiplayer as hard as they've implemented the actual playstyle of the game, and that's what makes Dark Souls 3 absolutely beautiful. So if they can do anything they can without ruining the game to kind of help out that system, you know, where you have a covenant that makes you top on the list for summons, or, you know what I mean, we'll just, when you're next to a fog door, we'll summon somebody, you know what I mean? But then that would be pretty cool, you know. I'm just throwing out ideas, you know. Something, you know, that would be really cool, you know. The moment you get up to a fog door, somebody from the covenant you're in pops up, you know. Guilds as well, that would be cool, you know. Yeah, hey, join the guild, we play, you know. Yeah, gotcha, you know. I'm not much of a guildie. I have my own guild in World of Warcraft and stuff, so and in Neverwinter, so I mean, I own my own guild in World of Warcraft. Like, it's just mine. Like, I don't have anybody but my big brother in it. I think my little brother, and like, that's it, you know. Like, my brothers, you know, they're in the guild because everybody seems to leave, even though I have a bunch of cool shit in there, you know. Because when you get the higher level guilds, you can't take shit out of the guild anyways, you know. Like, you have to continue to, like, gain respect through them and gain ranks, and then you might be able to take out one or two things, you know. So that's what people don't understand. They just want the best guild, the newest guild, you know, not the newest, but the best, you know, the one with all the boons, the one with all the gear, you know. And then they realize that I can't really do anything, you know, and nobody wants to help me, you know. So that's a lot of problems that the MMO world is facing. Is, you know, the guilds are becoming elitist, as I have been discussing with other people, that it's very much so become elitist, and, you know, it is what it is. We don't want it that way, but if they can't change it, you know, you got to get your come up. So that's why I stick with my guild. I'm like, so until I see a change in the MMO world with guilds, like, I have my guild, like, it's mine. If you want to come in, take whatever the hell you want out, that's what I put in there, you know. I don't put shit in the guild bank for people not to take it, you know. Even if you completely clean the guild bank out, like, you realize that all you're gonna do is sell it, you know, and then leave. So, like, that doesn't make any sense to do. Like, you're wasting your own time, you know, at that point. Because I'm not putting stuff in there that I'm not going to use, you know. So, like, you might get, like, 200 gold out of my guild ball. But all it is like crafting ingredients, you know what I mean? Stuff to build people up, you know, not gear, because you get gear from dungeons. I am not putting gear in there. That is completely stupid. That is pointless to put gear in there. Sell it, disenchant it, do something with it, you know. Get it out, man. Throw some money in the bank, you know, the guild bank. And money in the guild bank is not to be withdrawn by anybody, even the guild master, because it isn't his money, it's the guild's money to upgrade its slots, to upgrade its stuff, you know. And that's just how I feel about it. So that's why I run my own guild. I'm like, I'm not really that active, you know, but it's there, you know, to use, so fucking use it, you know. So ain't nobody active. Hey, you got to be your own best friend in that sense and keep people in. But I'm rambling, so I am so sorry for that. So this is what I'm up to. This was actually very well done, very well thought out to my end. So I commend myself for doing what I've done today. But thank you so much for watching. I'm going to post it on YouTube as well. And my Facebook as well. Let's see, have we covered everything? Dark Souls 3, Neverwinter, and League of Legends. So those are the three. Those are what I'm playing right now. So catch me playing these games in my stream, and that's Monday through Sunday broadcasts. I normally do more than 7 hours, like every time. Like the least I think I've streamed in a day is like 9. The least. Like the absolute least was 9, and like the most was like 16, 17. That's just normal for me. Like I love it, you know. It's great. It's awesome, and I'd love to keep doing it. So thank you so much for watching, and definitely keep in touch. Follow me on Twitch, YouTube. I don't know. Like I do Twitch mostly. So all right. Have a good day, and definitely see